Is there a female way of walking? Yes, there is a female way of walking. There's a female gait. I don't mean that. But the workout remains the same. You all know what pranayam is? Pranayam. Yeah? Is there a male way of doing pranayam and a female way of doing pranayam? No. It's an exercise form. Are there yogic asanas separately for women and yogic asanas separately for males? Does Ramdev Baba have a separate section for women and a separate section for males? No. But when it comes to gym workouts, female way of training, male way of training, this has been done by many women. Okay? And if you don't see it often in gyms now, and you don't have a ladies' time, again let me blow my own trumpet and let me tell you that it's a K11 influence for a while. And it's taken years to get out of this bloody dark ages, so to speak. Now I'll tell you how you'll shut your minds and listen to anything that is presented to you all in a good way. Okay? One thing that I keep telling people is, your weapon against knowing whether you're being instructed correctly or wrongly is why. Ask why. Don't follow blindly. Do hip work. Why? No, it'll reduce your hip fat. How? And you know what? There will be certain trainers, or rather most of the trainers, who will get irritated with your questions. Right? If the trainers are taking a break, they will be bitching about you. They'll be saying, that member, kya kat karta hai? Doesn't work out. Everything. Why? How? Why? How? Now the reason why the trainer is getting upset or irritated, you see, you get irritated by questions when you don't have answers. As simple as that. The questions are irritating. I don't have an answer. What? Why? I don't know why. Do it, because I've seen. Then of course there is the genetic gifts. Do this, very good for abs. How is it very good for abs? Chupna, see my abs. Do it. As I told you, that bloody Mathadi worker also has got that same abs. I told you that. Just seeing the abs is not a end all and be all explanation. Now, this hip walking, supposing it is asked to a trainer, there are also certain fitness professionals who don't know about fitness sciences, but the one thing that they're good at is the gift of the gab. Okay? They are always ready with an answer for a question. So you ask the trainer, hip walking, what is this hip walking? Why? Oh, she's slim on the thighs, she's fat here. So that is why we make her walk on the hip. The problem is you have to be able to catch the person on the wrong foot. Yes, oh, उसके बैक के ऊपर फैट है तो बैक के ऊपर चल लेगा. उसके पेट के ऊपर फैट है तो क्या पेट के ऊपर चलाएगा ऐसा ऐसा. If you actually look at it anatomically and kinesiologically, anatomy, kinesiology, study of movement, knowing which muscle is responsible for what movement at what joint, then when you're sitting down on your hips with your legs in front and walking with your butt, despite the fact that God has given you two healthy legs to walk on, when you're doing that, you're using your goddamn abdominals and not your hips. And in fact, you use your hips when you walk. That is how you use your hips. But unfortunately, you don't understand joint action, you don't understand anatomy, you don't understand muscles. He doesn't even know the muscles. All he can think of is move this, and this is what will burn. Fat loss is a very, very intricate topic, very complicated. And yet, for most fitness professionals, the explanation can end in one sentence. What is that one sentence? See, we spend 4 hours of lecturing on just the topic of fat loss at the academy. But for most fitness professionals and for most people who think that they are fitness professionals despite not being, who? Members. There are some members in gyms who do this. If you're guided, sir, ma'am, I know, I've been working out, thank you. I know? Yeah, I've been working out for so long. Imagine a patient saying that to the doctor, I know. Boss, 15 साल से हॉस्पिटल आ रहा है मैं. 15 साल से बीमार है. क्या सिखाएगा तू मेरे को? बस, I'll tell you what to do. ये दवा लिख के दे मेरे को. This is what members do in gyms. You get it? So there are these people. So all these people now, if you ask this trainer, he's got a hazard jawab for that. Do you all remember the vibrator belts? That also people did without asking. They did without asking. So they used to be in this belts. I happened to be, this was years back, Okay, as I said, I've been around gyms for about 24 years now. I happen to be in the vicinity of a guy who actually decided to ask this question. इससे होता क्या है? अच्छा लगता है, मगर होता क्या है इससे? It's that thing. You've seen the vibrator belts like that? And the point is that vibrator belt is such a nonsensical thing, and even over there the trainer will teach form and technique. He'll say, "Acha, abhi side pe raho, abhi aisa karo, aisa." They'll have all kinds of bloody methods. Now, the trainer is asked, "Magar hota kya? How my fat goes?" आपका fat जम गया है, घट हो गया है, खड़ा हो गया है, उसको हम लूज करता है, तो टूटेगा फिर बाद में आराम से बन होगा, बराबर है? क्या घट फैट, लूज फैट? They talk about things that don't exist in the human body. This is the extent to which this industry has gone bad. And the person who's taking this explanation is somebody who's doing very well in his career. It's not a dumb fool who's entered the gym, but somehow you just leave your brains at home. आपका फैट जम गया, हो गया, दही है जमने के लिए, फैट है, फैट is fat, there is no gut fat, there is no loose fat. And yet you have these things. The epitome of stupidity. First of all, because I was part of the fitness industry, I was privy to, I should say one thing, when it comes to crimes against fitness, more crimes have been committed against women than against men. You see, you had that ladies' timing, and probably in Goa there might be such still gyms that have a ladies' timing and a gents' timing. And the typical pattern was what, 6 to 10 in the morning, gents, 10 to 6 in the afternoon, ladies, and 6 to 10 in the evening, gents. Based on the premise that women don't work and women don't have jobs. Correct? So anyway, so 6 to 10 in the morning, the males go and they work out with all the equipment, chest workout, leg work. They'll be using all this equipment for various things. Men exit at 10 in the morning, women come at 10 in the morning. They also use the same equipment as men in the same gym floor. But you know what? Every piece of equipment is used for only one exercise. There will be a squat rack. So a woman will go and hold the squat rack and do this. There will be a lat pull down. Another woman will be holding the lat pull down doing this. Doing this. Women think everything is centered around here only. Because most women have this pattern of fat deposition. I'll get to that a little bit in detail. For most people, as I said, fat loss means beating the hell out of fat. Epitome of stupidity was an exercise which was there on the exercise cards at that time with a very popular chain, the pioneering chain of fitness centers in India. They had this exercise called as hip banging. Women were made to bang their hips against the wall. And I've seen this. This is not something that I'm trying to create funny situations to make you all laugh. Situational comedy, if you all